A long time ago in ancient Egypt, people did not use letters like we do today. Instead, they wrote with pictures. These pictures are called hieroglyphics. The word hieroglyphics means sacred writing in Greek. To the ancient Egyptians, writing was very special. They believed it was a gift from the gods. Hieroglyphics were made up of hundreds of different symbols. Some looked like birds, some looked like eyes, hands, or animals. Each symbol had a meaning. Some stood for sounds, like letters. Others stood for whole words or ideas. For example, a picture of the sun could mean the word sun or the idea of day. Writing with hieroglyphics took a lot of skill. It was like drawing and writing at the same time. Only a few people in ancient Egypt knew how to read and write hieroglyphics. These people were called scribes. Scribes went to special schools where they studied for many years. They practiced writing every day. They used tools made from reeds and wrote on a material called papyrus. Papyrus was made from plants that grew along the Nile River. It looked like paper, but it was rougher and made by hand. Scribes had very important jobs. They wrote laws, kept track of food and goods, and helped the pharaoh, Egypt's king, run the country. They also wrote prayers, poems, and stories. Many temples and tombs had walls covered in hieroglyphics. These writings told about the life of the person buried there. They also gave messages to the gods and told stories about great kings and battles. Sometimes hieroglyphics were written in rows. Other times they were written in columns. They could go from left to right or right to left. To figure out which way to read them, you had to look at the direction the symbols were facing. If a bird symbol was facing left, you would read from left to right. If it was facing right, you would read from right to left. When people stopped using hieroglyphics, their meaning was forgotten. For hundreds of years, no one knew how to read them. They were carved on walls and statues, but they were a mystery. Then something amazing was found in 1799. It was a big black stone with writing on it. This stone is called the Rosetta Stone. It had the same message written in 3 different scripts: Greek, a simple form of Egyptian writing, and hieroglyphics. Because people still understood Greek, they used it to figure out the other scripts. A French scholar named Jean-François Champollion worked hard to understand the hieroglyphics. He studied the Rosetta Stone for many years. In 1822, he finally cracked the code. He realized that some symbols stood for sounds, like letters in an alphabet. Thanks to him, we can now read many ancient Egyptian writings. Today, people can visit museums and see real pieces of papyrus with hieroglyphics on them. They can also see temple walls and tombs in Egypt that are covered in these amazing symbols. Hieroglyphics help us learn about how ancient Egyptians lived, what they believed, and what was important to them. Even though this writing system is very old, it still speaks to us today.